In this video, I'm going to invest $500 in 10 totally random penny stocks so that I can track the return on investment over time and then compare that to market tracking index funds to see which does better, investing in penny stocks or just investing in the overall market. There's a ton of content on social media, including YouTube, Instagram, and TikTok, that's pushing penny stocks, and that's basically telling people how much money they could make if they invest in penny stocks. Now, penny stocks have been traditionally considered to be highly risky and highly volatile, but if you look at all of the thumbnails and titles of some videos on YouTube, you can see that it's becoming much more mainstream, and people are looking for ways that they can 10x their money quickly, and it seems as if penny stocks are being proposed as a way to do just that. 10x your money quickly with minimal downside risk. Now, as a skeptical person and a skeptical investor myself, I thought it would be an interesting experiment to just invest in a random basket of penny stocks and see how that does in terms of the ROI. And so I'm going to invest $50 each in 10 totally randomly selected penny stocks. First of all, before I can pull a list of ticker symbols that are going to be included in this experiment, I need to ask the question, what is a penny stock? There's tons of different definitions out there, and depending on who you ask, you're going to get a different answer. But for the purposes of this experiment, I'm going to use Investopedia's definition of penny stock, which is that the stock must cost less than $5. With that in mind, I'm going to take you to the TD Direct Invest Stock Screener. It's a useful tool that helps you sift through all of the ticker symbols across many of the global stock markets to search for specific characteristics, so it's going to be helpful here. I'm going to use two search criteria to get my overall list of companies that I'm going to randomly select 10 penny stocks from. The first search criteria is going to weed out companies that are too big, that aren't actually penny stocks, and the second search criteria is going to be a small measure of performance so that I can weed out any penny stocks that have been losing money or that are just poorly managed overall. It's not going to be a perfect representation of what a good penny stock to invest in will be, but it will at least help weed out some of the ones that are probably less likely to succeed and therefore are more risky. So using this tool, I'm just going to do that simple search by first putting the stock price of the company as one of the criteria. And I'm actually only going to search for penny stocks that cost between 50 cents and $5. And that is because I'm going to actually be purchasing these stocks on Wealthsimple. And Wealthsimple doesn't allow you to purchase stocks that are trading below a certain threshold. So by limiting my search to companies between 50 cents and $5, I should capture most of what will actually be available to trade on Wealthsimple. Then the second criteria that I'm going to include is going to be that measure of performance that I was talking about, which is going to be earnings per share growth from the last year to this year. I'm going to add that criteria here, and what I'm going to do is just weed out all of the companies that have had a negative earnings per share growth, because I don't want to be looking at companies that have just been losing money. So with these two search criteria established, the only other thing that I'm going to do is change this from looking at the USA and Canada to just looking at Canadian stock exchanges, because on Wealthsimple you have to pay a foreign exchange fee every time you invest in an American company. So I'm going to keep this experiment just to Canadian penny stocks. So this is leaving me with a total of 354 penny stocks that I could potentially invest in. And I think that's a decent sample size. And so by randomly pulling 10 of those companies, I should have a pretty good idea of what the return on investment would be of investing in penny stocks. When I scroll down here to the section called Detailed Results, I have an option at the bottom to export this, which I will do. And this is going to allow me to take all those ticker symbols, put them into a spreadsheet, and then use that to randomly select 10. So I'm going to do that right now. Here's the spreadsheet with all of the ticker symbols. There's 354 of them. And I have a formula here that randomly selects one of the cells from column A. Every time I paste it, it's going to change the randomly selected ticker symbols. And you'll see I'm going to do it 10 times, and it's going to have 10 just totally random ticker symbols. Then I'm going to go over to Wealthsimple and invest $50 each in every single one of those. So let's do that real quick. I'm going to paste the formula here 10 times. You'll notice that the ticker symbols change every time I push enter, but that's okay. At the end, it's going to give us 10 totally random penny stocks. Let me see here. How many is that? Yeah, that's 10. So yeah, these are the 10 penny stocks that I'm going to be investing in. I'm going to go over to Wealthsimple right now and see if I can purchase $50 each of these 10 penny stocks. And if I find that one of them isn't available, then after I've purchased all of the other ones, I'll come back and redo it to randomly choose one or two more depending on what's available. So here's my Wealthsimple app, which I'm actually using as we speak. And then on this side, I'm going to throw up the 10 ticker symbols just so you can keep track as I go along. I'm going to search for the first one, which is DOC. And that one is available on the TSX Venture. It's CloudMD Software and Services, Inc. So I'm going to click on that and see it's trading $1.72 Canadian per share. That means I'll be able to buy 29 shares of this company. So I'm going to add that to the order and confirm it. One down. Now let's see what's next up. The next ticker symbol is DML, which is Denison Mines Corp. And if I scroll down here, it's $1.64 Canadian. It's got a market cap of 1.3 billion. Let's see how many shares of that I can purchase. So I'll be able to buy 30 shares of Denison Mines Corp Limited, which I will do now. Sending order complete. Okay, now moving to the next penny stock on the list, which is going to be ticker symbol AEZS. Now this one is Aeterna Zentaris Incorporated. No idea what that is. And I'm just gonna go ahead and buy 45 shares of AEZS. Okay, next up is HTL, which is Hamilton Thorne Limited. Another one trading on the TSXV. It's going for $2 Canadian per share. It's got no dividend yield, market cap of 282 mil. So I should be able to buy about 25 shares of this one, which I will do now. The next ticker symbol I'm looking for is KSI, and that is Neat.com Incorporated. But that's actually unavailable on Wealthsimple Trade. I'm gonna come back and choose a different one. Moving on, the next ticker symbol on the list is LORD. Let's see if we can find that one. So LORD is St. James Gold Corp, another mining company, a gold company on the TSXV. And this one is unavailable for trade on Wealthsimple. It doesn't meet the volume requirements. Okay, so I'll have to find another one for that as well. Moving back to the search then, we're looking for MENE, which is, again, unavailable for trade. But ABRA is available, and that one is trading on the TSXV. It's another mining company, Abra Silver Resource Corp, that is operating in Argentina, looks like, but headquartered in Vancouver. And this one is trading for 54 cents per share. So I'm going to go ahead and buy just shy of 100 shares of this one. The next ticker symbol on the list is OLA, which is Orla Mining Limited, another mining company. Now this one's trading for $5 a share. Actually, it's pretty close to the top end of the range. And its market cap is 1.13 billion. Yeah, and it mines in Panama and Mexico, but again, headquartered in Vancouver. Okay, so I should be able to buy just about 10 shares of this one. Next up is ticker symbol KOR, which is Corvus Gold Inc. Wow, a ton of mining companies here. So this one's $3.24 per share, market cap 400 million, and yeah, another gold mining company. I will go ahead and purchase 15 shares of this one. The final one on the original list was ticker symbol NB, which is Neocorp Developments Limited. And that's $1.22 per share, 300 million market cap, and it is another mining company that operates in southern Nebraska. So I will purchase 41 shares of NB. Okay, back for two more random penny stocks. Let's see what they are. So LAM and ADZN are going to be the last two. Back to Wealthsimple then to see if I can actually find these two penny stocks. The first one, LAM, is Laramide Resources Limited, and it is available for trade about 50 cents per share. So I will go ahead and buy 100 shares of this company. Done. And the last one is ADZN. Let's see if I can find that one. And yes, another mining company. Wow. So this one's trading at $1.08 per share. So I'm going to go ahead and buy 46 shares because that's all that I can afford. So I have my randomly generated penny stock portfolio. Now on this side, I'm going to show you the list of 10 final ticker symbols along with the industry that each company is in. And on this side, I'm going to throw up the Wealthsimple page where you can see each of the stocks and the total portfolio value. Now, as I kept remarking upon as I was actually purchasing these stocks, 7 out of 10 of the companies that were randomly selected are actually in the mining sector. Most of them are in precious metals like silver and gold, and a couple of them are in other things like copper and aluminum, etc. So that's really going to be boom or bust, I think, depending on whether these penny stock junior mining companies discover anything of value. Now for the other 3 companies, those are all in the healthcare or healthcare adjacent sectors. One of them is a biopharmaceutical, which again we know is very boom or bust depending on if they discover a new drug that they get a patent for. And the others are healthcare technology companies providing tech and services to doctors and nurses, etc. So those 2 could be interesting. They're not necessarily going to be purely boom or bust, although I haven't done that much research into them. So moving forward, I'm going to track all of these companies, see how they do. As of right now, today, just purchasing these a few minutes ago, I'm down $2.50 and the portfolio value is $497.50. But I'm going to keep track moving forward. And in future updates, I'm going to delve a little bit deeper into some of these companies to check out what they do and do a little bit more background research on what they are and whether or not they actually have potential. I think this is going to be an interesting experiment and could give me a little bit of a hint about what investing in penny stocks is going to be like. So if you want to follow along and see the updates as this portfolio unfolds, please hit the like button and subscribe to the channel. Thanks for watching, and I will see you next time.